Project Simplified Bible. The entire Bible narrated in an easy and objective way so that everyone can understand. Edition Abraham Marques. Genesis chapter 35. God said to Jacob,
"Go up to Bethel and settle there, and make an altar to the God who appeared to you when you were running away from your brother Esau."
Then Jacob said to his family and to all who were with him,
"Get rid of the foreign gods you have, cleanse yourselves and change your clothes. Let's go up to Bethel, where I will make an altar to the God who answered me in the day of my distress, and who has been with me everywhere I have gone."
So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods and the earrings they wore in their ears, and Jacob buried them under the oak tree in Shechem. When they left, the terror of God fell on the surrounding towns, so that no one pursued the sons of Jacob. Jacob and all who were with him came to Luz, which is Bethel in the land of Canaan. He built an altar and called the place El Bethel, because there God had revealed himself to him when he was fleeing from his brother. Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died and was buried below Bethel, at the foot of the oak tree that was called Alom Bakuth. After Jacob returned from Paddan Aram, God appeared to him again and blessed him. God said,
"Your name is Jacob, but you will no longer be called Jacob. Your name will be Israel."
And God gave him the name Israel, and God said to him,
"I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. From you will come a nation and a community of nations, and kings will be among your descendants. The land I gave to Abraham and Isaac I will also give to you, and then I will give it to your descendants."
Then God withdrew from where he was speaking to Jacob. Jacob set up a stone pillar in the place where God had spoken to him, poured a drink offering on it, and anointed it with oil. Jacob called the place where God had spoken to him Bethel. They set out from Bethel, and when they were still some distance from Ephrath, Rachel began to give birth with great difficulty, and while she was suffering greatly in childbirth, the midwife said to her,
"Don't be afraid, because you'll still have this child."
But Rachel was dying. When she was on the verge of death and her soul was breaking, she named her son Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin. Rachel died and was buried by the road to Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. Jacob erected a pillar over Rachel's grave, which still stands today. Israel moved on and pitched his tent beyond Migdal Eder. While Israel was living there, Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel found out and rebelled. Jacob had 12 sons. Leah's sons were Reuben, Jacob's eldest son Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. Rachel's sons were Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's maidservant, were Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's maidservant, were Gad and Asher. These were Jacob's sons who were born in Paddan Aram. Jacob returned to his father Isaac's house in Mamre, near Kiriath Arba, which is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had lived. Isaac lived to be 180 years old. Then he died and was reunited with his ancestors in the world of the dead. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him